Hey good people, welcome back to Money's Book List. So, before we get started in this TBR, let's address two things. First and foremost is yes, I am back at the desk in my chair in front of my famous backdrop of my sewing projects and sewing machines and serger, and then of course my cutting table with my favorite comic book right now and some other books there that I like to read. And then of course my birthday gift from my husband, which is it's a series called To Hunt a Killer. It's a series where you get stuff, or you get you're a detective basically, and they give you a scenario and you're trying to figure out who the killer is, and you get 6 boxes. I'm not being sponsored. I'm way too small to be sponsored. I just like this. I just like it. And you get 6 boxes. Kind of expensive, but it's worth it to me. So I'm so happy that he got it for me for my birthday. So with all that being said, yes, I'm in the chair. Also, I have a crazy voice, and it's because I've had a cold, excuse me, off and on for 2 weeks. And yes, before you think it's something really serious, it's just the start of the school year, and my daughter has been at school for 4 weeks now, and she's been bringing home a new strand of cold every other week. Like, we both get over it. She's feeling better. She doesn't have a cough. I don't have a cough. Neither one of us have a runny nose. It's all good. And then before you know it, we have the cough and cold again. So, yes, that's why my voice is weird. I also have some liquid to hopefully help me with this video. But I just wanted to address those two things before we get too deep into the video. So you're like, what is going on? Why are you in a new setting? Why does your voice sound like that? That's why. But all right, so let's get into this TBR. So I have about 8 books scheduled to be read, and I'm only doing a TBR for the month of October. I probably won't do one for November, possibly one for Christmas. But yes, because I am really excited about all the books I'm scheduled to read this month. I have gathered them all. I have all digital copies. I have some that are audiobooks. I have some that are just digital books. And I do I have one book that I'm actually hard copy? I don't think I do. I think they're all digital. Anyway, for those of you who sign up for the giveaway, I haven't received an email from either of you two ladies about your books. So please contact me. If you don't want to give me your address, that's fine. That's completely fine. Just make a Amazon wish list and just send me the link to the wish list, and I can just order it from that wish list and it's sent to you. I will never see your address. Please just come get your books. If you have emailed me and I haven't gotten your email, please let me know, because I don't want you to think I'm avoiding you or not trying to send you these books. I want to give you these books, so please just let me know as soon as possible. If you haven't already, if this video is out late. Anyway, all right, so let's get started. Okay. First, this is random order. First is the second book the next book in the series after The House with the House with the Clock in Its Walls. The next book in that series is called The Figures in the Shadow. And I know nothing about it except it involves Lewis and his Uncle Jonathan, and I'm excited to read about it. Second is going to be Practical Magic. Now, this is, of course, the book that the movie was based off of. I just found out that the book was out there, so I'm really excited to read this. I'm pretty sure it's different than the movie, but I'm still excited to read it. Then I'm reading a book with 3 short stories in it. It's called it's called The Bake Shop at Pumpkin and Spice. Now, there's 3 stories in there. Let's see. There is Sweet Magic, and that's by Donna Kaufman. And then there's Love Spells Disaster by Allison Charles. And then there's Sweet on You, and that's by Kate Angel. And these are all romance short stories in this book. Again, the book is called The Bake Shop at Pumpkin and Spice. And I just saw it off of, I can't remember her. I just started looking at her blog. I can't remember her name right now, but I just saw it and I'm really excited to read it. I think it just literally just dropped. So I'm really glad I got a copy of it, and I'm gonna read it. And the only thing I know about it is that it's romance, and there's 3 short stories in it in this book. All right, so the next is I picked up a graphic novel, and it is called The Daughters of Nari. And it is the first book in a new series, and it's written by, I'm going to say her name really wrong, so I'm just going to pronounce her first name, and I think it's pronounced Renee. And it is a story of 2 twins who were separated at birth. They're actually goddesses. They are, yeah, goddesses. And they've been separated at birth, and they have been told, they have been raised as humans to come find out that they need to find each other and also find themselves on finding each other. And they're doing this in a time where the world has had like a gruesome, like, I would say civil war, I guess. The world is basically divided into 2 halves, and the 2 sisters live on the 2 different halves of the earth. And they have to find each other because I think their powers only work together. So it's a graphic novel that I've never heard of. I just wanted to read more graphic novels because I just discovered that I love graphic novels, but I also I love the traditional graphic novels by Marvel and DC and all that kind of stuff. But I also like the new take on graphic novels. I just read I should have waited to October, but I didn't. But it was called Pumpkinheads, and it was all about Halloween and these 2 teenagers, and it was so cute. It was a very cute thing. But I've been trying to find more things like that, and I came upon this, and I already have my copy of it. So I'm really excited to read it. Next, I'm going to read The Sinister Mystery of the Mesmerizing Girl. And this is by, of course, Theodore Goss. And this is the last book in the story of the extraordinary adventures of the Athena Club. And I talked about this series at length. I have 2 videos featuring this book in it. And this is the last one. This is the 3rd and the final book in the trilogy. I'm really excited. And as you know, this book surrounds the 5 women from Mary, Mary Jekyll, Diana Hyde, Beatrice Rappaccini, Justina Frankenstein, and then Catherine Monroe. And they are trying to find Alice, who is their scullery maid, and they're also trying to find Sherlock Holmes. And that just goes on the path of them finding it. And again, these books are written at the point of view of the adventure has already happened, and now they're writing about it and editing the book. So you're technically reading the book with them as they're editing it. So just keep that in mind, because what happens in this book a lot is they kind of interject points, and sometimes it can be a bit distracting, but it's also fun. I like it. Okay, so the next book is The Art of Death by Sherry Thomas, or Cherie Thomas. I think it's Cherie Thomas. And this is the 4th book in the Lady Sherlock Holmes series. I've talked about this book in 2 other videos also. One is my most anticipated reads for the rest of the year. So now the funny thing about this book is, if it's available in October, I will be reading it. And the reason why I say that is because I pre-ordered a digital copy to just read, not an audiobook, just a digital copy to just read. However, it says when I go to look at my pre-orders, it says it's not going to be available until November 15th, or sorry, November 1st. But when I call, they say it's going to be available on October 14th. So I don't know what's going on. So if it's available on October 14th, I will be reading it in October. The second to last book on my list is A Word to the Wise, and this is the 10th book in the Library Lovers mystery series by Jenna McKinley. Again, this is in my most anticipated releases in October, or for the rest of the year. And this is the 10th book about Lindsay Norris and the little town of Briar Creek, and some crazy madness going on. So of course I'm excited to read that. I will also be reading the last book in the Royal Spyness series. I don't know why I don't have it here on this list, but I will be reading that also in October. And it is about the Georgiana Ronick, and her solving murders and mysteries. So this one is surrounding her and her husband on their honeymoon, and they have to solve a murder. Okay, so the last book I'm scheduled to read for the month of October is a book by the name of 10. It's by Gretchen McNeil. Now, this book, all I know about it really is that it's about some teenagers on an island, and people start getting murdered. Now, the only reason I'm reading this book is because it is a part of my friend book club, and they won't let me get out of it. And so we're going to read it. So let me read the synopsis with you so you can see why I'm not comfortable reading this book. It's supposed to be let me start over. It's supposed to be the weekend of their lives, an exclusive house party on Harry Island. Best friends Meg and Minnie are looking forward to 2 days of boys, booze, and fun-filled luxury. But what starts out as fun turns twisted after the discovery of a DVD with a sinister message of vengeance. Vengeance is mine. So we'll figure it out. So this sounds like some I know what you did last summer kind of stuff. And anyone who knows me knows, like, I'm not big into gore. I'm okay with thrillers. I'm okay with jumps. I'm okay with dude being around the corner. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with gore. I'm not okay with legs and limbs and stuff like that. So the only reason I'm reading this book is because my friends are not going to let me get out of this. They're not. So I have to read it. Wish me luck with that last one. If I get time, I'm going to try to read some more from the Cheringham series. Of course, that's about the retired detective and the director of the what is it? Marketing firm. They have a joint private detective agency together, and they solve crime, or not crimes, they solve mysteries. And not all the mysteries are murder. Some of them is just people stealing shit. So anyway, so that's what I'm reading for October. I don't know if that list sounds exciting to you, but to me it sounds amazing. I think even what's more amazing is what I'm going to be watching in the month of October. See, most people have 13 days of Halloween. We have 31, sometimes 32. If we could start early, we would. So I'm really excited about the month of October. I love Halloween. I don't even know if it's more about like the scary. I think it's more because I think it's more like because things kind of get homey. What I mean by homey, like cozy. People start like just doing stuff more with people that they care about, that kind of thing. There's the cider come out and all that kind of stuff happens. People usually just, things are just kind of surround family, and I love it. So, but I also do like a good goblin. I like a good ghost. Just kidding. I love Halloween though. So, what is your TBR? What are you reading? Is there anything I should add to my list? Because I am not above adding more books to read in the month of October. So yeah, it's going to be hard. October's going to be hard because I'm going to want to watch all of my nostalgic movies. Hocus Pocus, of course. The Addams Family. I know a lot of people don't like those movies, but I do. Addams Family. All of them. We're going to be watching some Are You Afraid of the Dark? What is the other ones? All of those little... I will probably watch a lot of Tales of the Crypt. My husband loves those damn movies. And we'll probably find a new Halloween movie to watch. Like he finds a new Halloween movie every year. It could be a B movie, it could be a D movie, a C movie. If it has something to do with Halloween and we haven't watched it before, we will watch it probably in the month of October. My voice is getting worse if you can't tell. So I'm going to stop talking. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye.